I have become locally known, and many people have asked me, how do I do that? How can I deliver results to my clients? And this is the reason why I have become locally known, because I deliver results to the people who have hired us. And this is what I'm gonna teach you. My goal right now is to teach you how to set your mind for success. So the first thing that you wanna think is that you're doing things because you want to be happy. You choose to watch this video because you want to be happy. You choose to skip this video because you want to be happy. You choose to exercise because you want to be happy. You choose not to exercise because you want to be happy. You choose to get married because you want to be happy. You choose to stay single because you want to be happy. We search for pleasure and we run away from pain. And we perceive pleasure as a happiness and pain as suffering. So if you want to be successful in something, you need to understand that. You need to understand how you're going to set up your mind for success. Now, let's find out about the small percentage of people. If you research, you find out that statistics say that there is one divorce every 36 seconds, which that turns into 876,000 divorces a year. 95% of people that chooses a weight loss program end up dropping that program. And 95% of the 5% left, they regain the weight after 2 years. Within those 2 years. That means that only one person out of 400 people actually lose that weight and permanently keep it off. So if we transfer that to a business, 8 businesses out of 10 businesses close the door in 2 years, within those 2 years, and only 1% of Americans are rich and 5% are financially independent. That tells you a lot. That tells you that only the small percentage can get those results. What is with this small percentage? So this is what I find out. Well, the truth is that they have actually special genes. They're like Superman, like Batman, like Captain America. They come from another planet. They're special people. No, I'm just kidding. I hope you don't believe that, because if you believe that, you're not gonna do anything for you. You think, okay, I'm doomed to my life. I'm not gonna be able to do anything. I was just kidding about that. The reality is that the small percentage of people absolutely know what they want and they have set their mind for success. I'm gonna illustrate that for you. I have a client that she hired us a couple months ago. Within those months, she has seen good results. Not great results, but good results. She's successful in one area and she's not in some areas. So what's going on? Every time that somebody hires us, I go through assessments. That means that we do follow up and we find out what is it that our clients are doing great and how they can improve it, or things they're doing wrong so they can improve it. So I sit with this specific person, we start talking and I start listening to what she was saying. And in the conversation, she said that she loved to exercise. And that her problem was dinner at night, she actually chooses the wrong foods. So I asked her, okay, tell me about exercising. Why you love to exercise so much? And she told me, well, I love to exercise because I think about a couple of things. I think about how great I feel after I finish, how I get rid of the stress. It gives me a lot of energy during the day. I know my body is transforming and I'm losing weight. I know I'm losing weight and I feel great when I finish. And I say, perfect. So I think you're doing amazing in that area. Continue talking. So as she continued talking, she was telling me about her dinner. And her dinner, her mistake was that she was focusing on the opposite. So she told me about when I go home, I'm going home tired. All I want to do is eat. So I don't have to think about I don't want to think about how I'm going to cook my food. I don't want to think about how I'm going to prepare my veggies. I don't want to prepare them. It takes time for me to prepare the food. It takes time for the food to be cooked. It takes time for me to wash the dishes. It's just a lot of things that I have to go through. And then serve myself, sit on the table, etc. It's easier for me to just grab something that is already made, or some cereal, just pour it and eat it. And she knows that processed food, ultra processed food, actually contribute to weight gain and other things, such as diseases. So she knows that, but the problem is that she hasn't set up her mind for success. So I told her, okay, let's go back to exercise. Let's talk a little bit about it. I want you to be very sincere about the question I'm gonna ask you. So I start asking her, does exercise make you sore? And she said, yes. Exercise made me sore the next day. Is that pain? She said, yes. What about your muscles? They're burning when you're lifting weights? And she said, yes. What about lifting weights? Is lifting weights easy, especially with me pushing you? And she said, no, it's actually very difficult. What about you? Do you sweat when you exercise? And she said, yes. What about your heart rate? Does your heart rate increases? And she said, yes. So you get tired? Yes. Do you spend an hour? Yes. So she was responding yes to all these questions. And I said, okay, so can we conclude that exercise is painful? She said, yes. So why you are very successful? And she said, because I think about different things. What would happen if you think about the things that I just told you? And she said, I will not complete the hour. I'll be suffering and I'll be very miserable. I said, that's correct. That's exactly what you're doing with you eating. When you come home, you feel tired and you focus on how much time it's gonna take, how hard is it to prepare food, how much time you're gonna get for it to cook, and etc. What you can do is plan it. Oh, here's another great tip, which is the same thing that you're doing with exercise. Instead of thinking about how difficult it is, think about the results that you're gonna get. So, what about avoiding disease? What about having your mind clear? What about not having an upset digestive system? What about having energy? And what about losing extra 5 pounds a month? Right there, with that extra 5 pounds a month that you're losing, that should be enough motivation. I give you a lot more reasons why to actually prepare your foods at home and continue going forward. And she said, I never thought about it this way. I never thought about how I was putting myself to failure. And I said, that's correct. So now you want to apply that. So that's exactly what I'm telling you right now. That's how you put your mind to success. You need to think about the positive, not about the negative. So right now, stop watching this video, look around, look for green, or even the video, can you find green? There you go, you find a lot of green. Now, you weren't thinking about red or about black. The reason why is because I asked you to look for green, and that's where your mind was focusing. And that's how we work. Here is a great example. When I go to sleep, I can't sleep with socks. All of my underwear, I have to go completely naked and sleep. And because that's the reason, because I focus so much on my socks, on my underwear, that I won't be able to sleep. But why doesn't bother me during the day? Because I have too many things that I have to think of and focus. I just walking, preparing my breakfast, exercising, assisting my clients, set up my goals, etc. That I don't care about the socks, or I don't care about the underwear. But once the night hits and I'm ready to go to bed, my brain focuses on it. So it's very important that you focus on that. Here's another great example. Let's say you've been waiting for a great show or great football game or whatever on TV. You've been waiting for it for a long period of time, and all of a sudden you need to go for a dinner because your boss asks you, because your mom asks you, whatever it is, and you go all angry to that and all upset for any reason. You go to the restaurant and the first thing that you're gonna find is something negative. And the reason is because you already set up your mind for negative. You're gonna find the food cold, salty, I heard on your bowl. You're gonna find that the lights are too dim, there is too much people, whatever it is, because you already set up your mind there. But what about if you're going with the woman of your dreams, your first date, or the guy of your dreams, your first date, and you focus on that guy, that woman, and then you go to whatever restaurant, the most crappy restaurant in town, or whatever it is, you're not gonna care about the flying around you. You're not gonna care about how dark the lights are. You're not gonna care if your food is cold, etc. Because you're focusing about those positive things on that person. Remember, whatever you focus on is what you're gonna feel. So my point out of it is that you always want to find something positive and negative about something in life. Bad habits has good things and bad things. Drinking, here is a great example. Drinking, if you focus on the good thing, how happy you are, how extravagant you are, how you can get out of your comfort zone, you forget about things, how distressed you are, you're gonna be drinking very often because you focus about those things. But what about if you focus about, thanks to alcohol, you're getting divorced, you got into a car accident, you fight a lot with your significant other, and the other day you find out all the mistakes and all the bad things that you do, you take bad decisions, you spend a lot of money. So then if you focus on that, you notice it, you're gonna stop drinking because it has a positive and negative. Okay? Now the negatives to me are way more bigger than the positive. That's the reason why I don't drink. And I don't blame you if you drink, I'm just putting examples. The same with exercising. If you decide not to exercise, there is positive. You don't have to go to those negative things that I just told you, such as sore muscles, burning muscles, increased heart rate, spending the hour. Yes, but at the same time, you're not gonna get the benefits of having a nice body, losing weight, have more energy, be independent, and you name it, a lot of things out there, fitting in the clothes that you want to fit, feeling more confident, etc. But if you don't exercise, you also save that time, you can watch TV, you can do other things. So there is always a negative and positive, and it all depends how you set up your mind. That's exactly what's going to happen. So think about it next time that you want to do something and you want to be very successful. You have to set up your mind and you have to train your mind there. It's not going to happen the first day. The first week might be a little bit difficult. But remember, you have neural connections. In the beginning, those neural connections are very weak. That means that they can break real quick. They're not well connected. And those bad habits, they have a very strong connection, huge. Why? Because you have developed those so much that you continue practicing those. It's very difficult to break, but as you change those, the bad behaviors or whatever behavior you had in the past, that connection becomes smaller, and the connection of the new behavior, little by little, even though you relapse and it gets difficult, it gets bigger and it becomes easy. So if you want to succeed on your weight loss, on your relationship, on your business, on your financials, anywhere you want to succeed, remember, you want to set up your mind for success, and this is the way to do it. Focus on the positive things that you're gonna get from the effort that you put in. Okay?